So this is something I used to think a lot. I have no control over my time. And what ends up happening is that our brain plays tricks on us. So as soon as we're thinking about where we don't have control, that's where it's going to spend all its time focusing on. And the area where we actually don't have any control over is other people. And I think most of us get that we don't have control over people, but yet when we're still kind of feeling like we don't have control, we do the opposite. We do try to control other people, even by thinking like, oh, if I had a different manager, or I didn't have so many demanding customers. And so what we want to do is actually give our brain something where it can focus on and where it can exercise that control. Most of the time when we think I have no control over our time, it's because something didn't go according to plan or something unexpected happened. Like our manager asks us to work on something that is not in line with our expectations in our job. And so the best way to actually have control of your time is to focus on what you do have control. And one of the ways is to say no to the unexpected requests. To your manager or even to your kid, you can set a limit or boundary. Now, it may not mean that we want to exercise no in certain situations. For example, I didn't say no to extra work for my manager for fear of not getting promoted or fear of getting fired. And that's okay, but we know that we're saying no and we know our reasons why. The other thing that we can do is to make a request. And that means to make a request about our expectations. Maybe our manager is making a lot of demands and there's too many projects. We can go and make a request to redelegate our time, change the requirements of our job, or maybe change a policy or something like that. And we make that request, and the request, someone might come back and say no, and we reformulate that request and we try to keep changing it. And if we don't go that route, then we still have another route to go. And the other route is ownership. And by this I mean is that we know that the option was there to say no, the option was there was to make a request, and we decided not to do any of those things for whatever reasons that we had. And so ownership then allows us to look at different ways in which we can actually control our time when things don't go according to plan and when unexpected requests do come up. When we exercise ownership from deciding not to say no or not making the request, our brain then can open up and expand the realm of possibilities in controlling our time when it does come to unplanned or unexpected requests that come up throughout our day. And one of the things that usually happens is that I sometimes with my clients will throw out one option to help them manage some unexpected requests that come up, and their brain will go to work and actually find the right option that works for them. So I'm going to give you some examples some options that I use and some options that my clients use. So for example, if you have a manager that has unexpected requests, let's say usually after the weekend, they come in with a whole bunch of new stuff. You can plan in some time on Monday and block out some time for those unexpected requests. Now, if you have a kid at home and you're working at home, what I do, and this is my situation, is I actually add in time to each task. I add in a 15-minute cushion. I call it a kid cushion to each of my tasks because I know that there's going to be unexpected requests for snacks or toilet and things like that. If you're required to handle customer emails and things that constantly are coming in, what you can do is block out a period of time throughout your day to handle all of those requests that come through. And something that one of my clients came up with was to actually put in blackout time where no appointments could be scheduled at all from her coworkers and at the end of her week. And this would allow for anything unplanned or unexpected that came up from the beginning of her week. Now, what's great about some of these solutions is that if you don't use it, what you can do is you can do the next task that comes up or from the next day, or it becomes some free time that you have or some focus time that you can have. And so this month, I'm offering a free 20-minute coaching session to help you solve any time problem that you have. You can book online via the link in the comment or description section. I'll see you soon.